Hey everyone, 1877 Alicia. In case you're wondering what this title is all about, this title is gonna be my prediction of what is heading for us in Genshin Impact from for when we are arriving for Imizuma. Now the update is we are a days away for that update. I haven't announced when the stream will start. I probably will start it by Wednesday. Depends on the Wednesday or Thursday. Depends on Genshin's release date, but I'm not 100% sure. But there is going to be new stuff where we cannot wait. There's some new items that we're looking forward to. The more important thing is the storyline. The storyline, what we find out so far, is basically of what is in store for us in Imizuma and what it means for us as the traveler to head there. Now, as you're wondering in this clip, this is the midsummer event from Genshin Impact that we finally went to the Golden Island. I'm not even gonna pronounce the fucking name of this thing, so I'm just gonna call it the Golden Island. So yeah, the place is kind of fun. But let's talk about the important story of Imizuma and what is this, what it meant for us as the traveler. So by far, we understand that in our previous story, we understand that our sister, Lumine, which she knows as Ether, told us that we need to figure out, in order to truly understand our world, understand the situation, we have to travel, which is kind of makes sense. It does kind of make sense if we are going to be united. So we have our own situation of how this is going to go. So we do have to look around, travel around to see what is the meaning or what is the purpose of what she wants to destroy this planet for. And what our goal is. Where is the difference between our... Well, let's see how that goes. We spoke to Zhongli, but Zhongli had made a contract. I'm assuming he made a contract to our sister. That's what I'm predicting. But I believe, again, I believe him because, you know, Zhong has been a more experienced person. I trust his reason of why. Like, he said himself, it's best for us to travel to understand what happened and what is the difference between that past and to our future now, to the future they in now. So that's one of the main reasons. And Imizuma is also the main location we have to go to next. Although our character, or our Ether, or our traveler, he wants to know the mysterious unknown goddess what has been invading our home. So he wants to know why she came to interfere us. So we're gonna figure out from there how that goes. I don't know any information. I know some of the information, but you know, that's just me. But in general, let's not worry about the main story. We already got the main story, since we already know that we met Kazuha, that he's just a Ronin samurai who, you know, live by his own rules, live by his own law. Kazuha, who is looking for a new person who can unlock the power of this hidden vision. Now, the sad thing about this part is that Kazuha doesn't realize either. I'm assuming there is going to be a new person to take over his place, or that just stays there forever. Now, I could think of many predictions of that because I could think of one particular series that has a situation like this. And I'm gonna go with Major Record for this one. I'm still upset about it, you fucking English fucks. Anyway, the Major Record season 2 was basically a part of it. Any magic, when the magic, what was the magic? It's a war going on between the magic girls. I haven't catch up to the story because, you know, I'm kind of still disappointed of them not bringing in the U.S. and or the some in the U.S. just got that is like, oh, it's not helping, yeah, because you're fucking lazy ass fucks. Let me not think about it. But long story short, the reason what it was is that anyone who dies from a magic girl or a witch, they're their soul Disappeared. Yeah, their soul just disappeared. They like their kind of like their soul just turned to white, and their the item they held so much it's just gonna turn to empty. So that's kind of I see for Miyazuma is that visions in general. If you are dead, if you died, if you're a vision, if you're a person who wields a vision and you died, you lost your not only you have died, but your vision has gone away. So no one, I'm assuming no one can can replace your vision or the item you possessed. That's my prediction, but I might be wrong because there's a lot more stuff. We don't know that prediction very well, but there is characters that is close to of dying, so we're gonna know that in the future. We already know who, I think. But in short terms, that's what's going on from Kazuha's point of view. He's just trying to see who can wield the elemental vision in this one. So that's one of the main reasons. Now, without that that part out of the way, let's talk about let's just talk about Imizuma itself. Like I know there's a lot of mysterious places I would love to see. There's a lot of places that we have to go. There's some weapons I gotta craft. Damn straight. When it comes to weapons, I got that's the top tier list. Um, the thing I'm also want to know is just story. I'm assuming many people already have a resistance, kind of like a rebellion against her decree. So the main purpose is what each and everyone's opinion of why they joined the resistance. So we're gonna see some characters we're gonna meet, including the princess. She's gonna give us her reason. The Shrine Maiden, I am looking forward to talking to her because that's a character based off of Honkai Impact. Come on, we know who they are. So we're looking forward to see how that story goes. And speaking of story-wise, Kazuha brought up an important role, which it does question our character as well. Now, for starters, they said we did met the Electro Archive. Now, there could be two what-if scenarios that I can think of. Well, basically, we got one what-if scenario, or maybe two. We got two what-if scenarios that basically fit this logic. Is that we already know? I already know because I've been hearing and watching Honkai Impact's going on situations. We do know her as the Shogun Mei because she's basically hot. Like first thing first, you cannot say that she's not Mei. You can tell she has the same hair design, same facial design. Nothing changed, including her hair, including the two horns. Nothing changed. That's still Mei in a nutshell. But despite the fact of that, there's two predictions that we know in Honkai Impact. If anyone who wants to bring that up, whoever's playing this, if we had met the Traveler, if the Traveler had met them before, or she had heard about us, which I'm thinking that's the case. She heard about us and are going to try to prevent us from, from heading to a different world. Because remember, in the Honkai story, the corrupted void, which I'm going to end up calling them, and the abyss is kind of the same thing, their purpose is one and one thing only: destroy human existence. And for the abyss is exactly the same, to wipe out human extinction. The only way they can do is just destroy the planet Earth, but that's the worst of it. But I think this is more than just that. But it's just enough. There's none if I can. There's only one information there. To me, she knows that either we have met them, we have met the Electro Archive, but we know her from a different character. So that could be a fun key fact of how we know her. But if not, then this is a different story. But if the Electro Archive know who we are, then yeah, this whole story is gone to a twist. Even though the key facts is true. Despite the fact of that, our main important goal as we along with the story is what was her purpose. Now my prediction is, this is my prediction, is to meet up her old friend again. You know, in Honkai Impact 3, Mei and the female protagonist in Honkai Impact, I forgot her name. I, I don't know her name very much because you know I don't play the game. Sorry, it's for people who wants me to play it. Bring it to console, please. But but she wants to reunite herself with her old friend. Um, you know, to regain her, regain her what she used to be. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe remember this is the different side of like terms. And our important goal is what she have done before this decree and all this stuff. So this is during the Archon War 500 years ago. So this is one of the important things of how the Electro Archive is. So we got to know that particular reason. Her members of the decree. I'm assuming we're expecting one of the members from the Fatui Harbingers, aka the Rats. We met one of them during the event from the Shooting Star event. I do not remember that event again. I do miss it, but we do gonna end up seeing them. I think he's gonna join the decree because we know we are more of a bigger threat, and he already gave the information to the Electro Archive. We know we're gonna be more problems. We're gonna have more situation. And the princess knows this more better than everyone else. Despite the fact that, we have certain important characters. There's a lot of characters we're going to see. So, important characters we're looking forward to see and to meet. The maiden shrine, the princess of the Imazuma, or the princess from her family. I can't pronounce the family's name. Sorry. The Shrine Maiden, which I am really want to see her character, because based on her in Honkai Impact, she's like mixed. She has she's basically a one-hand sword user, but this one she's a mage. But her art design is exactly the same for Honkai Impact, so nothing changed there. And of course, the Electro Archive herself. Now that's the reason I am still going after Seeing Chase, because those are the big key important characters we're going to see, including the Princess of the Hasti too. It is so hard to pronounce these names, but they're so interesting to do it. But anyway, I cannot wait. Imazuma is just a few days away. I'm not gonna say like how many days, but we know it's a few days away. So I'm gonna end it here. I don't want to go any further. I will talk about it more in the stream and the travel we're going through. I'll see you at the next video, and like always, subscribe. This is ATM77 Unleashed. The channel has been unleashed. You live and you learn.